Welcome mates, I am Bloodthirsty Lord by Incoming Lordy, and today we are back on Aliens Fireteam Elite, and we have a very interesting class to highlight, and that is the Recon class. So we just unlocked, and this will be our first look on the class itself. We'll talk about it, highlight the components of the abilities that it does have, and see how good it actually is. If we can find any type of high difficulties like intense, we'll go for it, but if it has to just be standard, just to highlight the kit of the character, we'll do that as well, because that's the most important part of our first look on the Recon class. So we'll highlight it as we go. This should be a fun one nevertheless. But before we do get to this video, there's only a small percentage of mates to watch the video that are actually subscribed. Leave a like, show your support, click the subscribe button to keep up to date, press that join button to become a member of the channel. So without further ado, let's get straight into this. So the class, being our Recon class here, has a couple of weapons. You can carry a rifle and also CQW. And the rifle they're carrying is pretty much one of the highest damage rifles in the game at the moment. And that's what we have right now alongside our components there. We won't go into too much detail, we'll highlight it after, because we care more about the abilities. And due to having a rifle or a sniper, we need something that has more of a faster fire rate, and the SMG fits that profile compared to carrying a shotty on the Recon class. Alongside his abilities, pups, the Recon kit ability, so it's only made for this class. Essentially able to chuck these pups, like in Alien Covenant. They go scan a certain area, and any enemy scanned, their damage output will be decreased by 20% for a short duration. This becomes an ideal aspect for damage resistance for yourself and for your team. Really good. Alongside a supportive drone, you'll be able to place the supportive drone somewhere close by, and then when it activates, the drone replenishes nearby allies with ammo and provides them with increased accuracy and stability by 20%, and grants also a small amount of hit points whenever they kill a target. So you're gaining every type of utility in the game through this one drone. It's really good. And the last perk of the Recon kit is called Focus, which is more of a passive. Getting 2 headshot kills within 10 seconds grants a stack of focus. Each stack increases accuracy and stability by 10%. Stack up to 3 times in order to get that aspect there. And that usually helps when your weapon has low accuracy or low stability. That's going to help it out even further. Usually it's good with rifles that are more semi-automatic or fully automatic alongside SMGs as well. So that helps it quite a bit in that case there. And our consumables, you can carry whatever you want, nothing too crazy there, since we're just highlighting our first look on the character and highlighting the abilities and how they play in the game. And that's our appearance too. So it looks kind of decent, nothing crazy. Let's try and jump into the campaign. If we find another player, we'll do intense. If not, we'll most likely just do standard with AI teammates. So we're jumping into the mission Ingress, in priority 1 essentially. And we couldn't find any players. Some reason it gets really hard with matchmaking to find matches. We're going to highlight the Recon's kit as we go through this and see how good it can be in the gameplay. So in the middle of the screen, you get 2 points of actual charges underneath your crosshair positioning to highlight your focus stack. So that's something to keep in mind. I see something here that might be a little bit sus around the corner. I'll press Q now. If I was around here, it'll go scanning. It'll detect the enemies and highlight the positioning of where the enemy is at all times in that radius. So I'm able to know where it is when we're up to that point. And then we see a Prowler down there. As it's highlighting, there's a Prowler hiding around that corner down there. It gives you that intel that you need on the higher difficulties just in case. Because sometimes something can go wrong and that will cost you your whole game. So you have to keep that in mind. But the refresh rate on that is not that crazy until you get other perks or other traits or modifiers to put in your perk grid after. This is most likely the gunner's first time playing as well. So I don't want to speedrun it as much. But let's press Q and give him that intel that he needs. And then look, it traced everything for me. And we know where everyone's coming from. Exactly. Simple as that. And you get those easy shots as it traces it. It's also the same thing that the Android does use in Alien Covenant. So that's something to keep in mind as part of the Recon kit, which I find that to be so cool. You can just send out like a drone device that's able to go scanning and give that intel towards you and your team. So now we know there's something around this corner. I can hear it snaring. I'll press Q, give that intel, and now we know where it can be. It's that far away, so we're pretty safe at the moment. So we can still keep pushing, keep going through it, easy. Now we know it's right around here, see? You wouldn't be able to tell that in any way possible except for the snares that happen or the sound effects of where its positionings are. In the high difficulties, this is so good. Especially if it's an automatic jump around a corner. By slowing it down enough, it's going to help out quite a bit. So ammo's looking pretty good here. I don't have to actually use my drone at the moment, since we're right now right next to this point here too. Now I don't have any eyes on the right side, so I'm just going to send in my drone. And look, now we found an enemy pushing us on our flank. So things like this, you just need to know. Intel is such an important part about every game. Having a class that is able to give you that intel about positioning of Prowlers that are hiding, or Xenos that are pushing from different angles, just knowing that give you a big edge in your gameplay. Let's move on to SMG. Crazy damage output, crazy. And we can also send out a drone here. By placing out a drone, everyone gets increased accuracy and stability on their weapons. followed up by the ability to actually gain HP back after per kill. As you see, we gain around 5-10 HP per kill, which is not too bad. The drone only lasts for, I think, around 10-15 seconds at most. It's pretty short in duration, but it can be very versatile when it comes to those clutch situations, especially when you start extending the duration after of the ability with certain perk grids in the future. We'll talk about it further and further in the future. That's when it gets more interesting with this class. So those are the two general abilities that you have with the class, and you can use that just to help out overall in the gameplay. And I feel like Recon's kit, it's more highly easy to demonstrate when you go to a campaign mission than a horde mission. Horde doesn't feel like it's going to fit that gameplay style as much compared to doing like intense difficulty or insane difficulty or extreme difficulty with this class in campaign. I think that's its purpose. It's to give you that intel that you would have gained due to the fact that you're rushing around the map or going through corners, or you don't know the spawn points of all the Xenos, which is something you'll learn up time where the Xenos will be spawning. But in higher intensities or higher difficulties, they spawn more often than ever. So having that intel, just to be sure and be safe, is very, very important. Nice intel about where the drone's coming from. Go rush up towards this. I got stumbled. Let's put a drone here, so it'll hopefully help us out with gaining HP back after per kill. So we get rushed by runners. So that's like the best case scenario. Runners have low HP, so if you get rushed by them, you use that intel, and look at that. You get that HP back, but you get the intel of the Prowler there. I can see that from that far in distance, which is really good. There you go, nasty damage. The gunner's perk stuffed up. One of the guns is stuffed up. Oh no. Oh no, sounds awful. That's the worst sound effect. I have not seen that occur. I've had a couple DCs in this game. I want to highlight that so people know that. I've had a couple DCs in this game. When it even comes towards the end of the mission, you DC sometimes. It could be because of host leaving and such. But that audio aspect there is just awful to hear. Imagine hearing that continuously on a nightmare run. Did it get fixed? I think he fixed it. I think he just had to switch guns or go back to his other gun. Yeah, it did. Now you can see the Prowler hiding around there.
Hear that?
We'll destroy this as quickly as possible now, since we know that. Nasty work. We'll stop all these from pushing us. Kill the spitters in the back. Nice work, nice work, nice work. And since standing, you can take damage, it doesn't really matter. It doesn't do too much against you. The passive of the character with a 10% focus aspect, it is really just the passive. You're not going to try to always go for it in your gameplays unless you're using a gun that's really poor, and you have to always go for headshot multipliers and always get that focus stack. I feel like I don't use that as much. It might be better on some crazy weapons that we have to test in the future. Alongside that, maybe even more effective when it comes to the higher difficulties. So that's all things that we need to test in the future. Let's activate our drone. Get that intel. There we go. Nice and easy. I think this class can still be effective in other gamers like Horde. I feel like it's just made for this. It's literally made for campaign more than anything. But with the perks that you can get and the adjustments that you can make with this class in the future, I think it's greatly possible to make this a Horde class as well. Not just a solo campaign class. There you go. Warrior. Put this over here, get some hit points. And some increased accuracy and such. There you go, nasty work. Send another drone out. So watch out for these flanks, see? That is perfect timing for a drone to be sent out. Drone's still scanning, as you can see. If you just keep going around, I don't think the aliens can actually destroy it in any way. They can't really get close to it. So it's pretty good for us. I want to heal myself here. And then pick up the other medkit. Now I hear something. I'm going to activate this straight away. To decrease the enemy's damage output for the drone. And anything that does rush us, like these runners. And the drone just got scared away. Instantly. I'm not too sure if that applies every time the drone comes out. Shows itself. But I can see where it comes out exactly. Like, you don't, not just with audio, but it's positioning. Looks like our team's a little bit lower HP. So I'm going to activate the drone here. And then as we kill stuff, we gain HP back. And my team will also for a set duration. If they stay in the circle or the radius. Not bad, not bad. Easy, easy. This is too easy. You hear some snares in the background, which makes it feel like there's a Prowler close by. So press Q just in case. And there we go. You can see it just hiding around that corner. Try to get some headshots here. Nasty. Easy headshot multiplier for a focus stack. We can see all the Xenos just jumping everywhere. Absolutely everywhere. The thing about this is more of like an SMG point. There's just a whole bunch of runners, so SMGs are just way better than using rifles. Rifles are always great against special Xenos. They just destroy. See, if you rush, you get penalized for it, but you can hear it snaring in the background. You can also see the mark because I've seen it already. But I'll press Q to get decreased damage output by that in case it does jump on me. I can survive this, if it does. I wonder if you apply your drone and then also do headshot multiplies this and get HP back. You do. You get 10 HP every time you get a kill. So it's not too bad. There's some more over here. So this class works really well if you have good knowledge on the maps as well. So versing those synthetic waves are going to be really, really good. Because you'll see a whole bunch of armored Joes from a distance, and you can just snipe them to get increased HP on the higher difficulties. So your team members won't have to kill unless they get to that point. Or that difficulty. So that's really cool. There's Xenos chasing them, but there's also Xenos chasing me too. Or been reintroduced into this section here. So I kill them as quickly as possible. Nasty work. We watch out our flank on the rear. That door should be automatically closed. Nice work. If you go on the left, let's send our drone just to get some more intel. Perfect. Nasty headshots. There's one right in the corner. Nasty work, nasty work. Keep it up, keep it up. Not bad though, not bad. And also in the higher difficulties, you won't have a yellow border around the aliens. It only happens on casual standard. So you get to higher difficulties, they take that away. So having the Recon class, it is made for that purpose there. That since you can't see the aliens from a distance, you have the Recon class to do so. Now we've got the Warrior coming in. So all we can do right now is activate this to help our team, hopefully. They're staying in the proximity. We don't have a drone, so we're going to try dodge this Warrior's attacks. Well, he just went laggy back. But it's alright. Try to help him kill this. Also apply damage debuff towards the enemy for revealing them. So we won't kill our team members. That's the goal. Nasty work. Okay, everyone's safe. Perfect, perfect. Easy stuff. Honestly, easy stuff. Put a drone there just in case.
Into the elevator. Haul ass, Marine.
Yeah, that was an easy run. So this guy needs to know he has to jump in. If he doesn't jump into the elevator, it's gonna be kind of hard. There you go, he went in. Perfect. That was our checkpoint reached. And that's highlighting the Recon class. The Recon class seems like to be a very great class for the high difficulties. It's made for that. It is literally made for that due to the fact that the yellow border outlines you get on the actual Xenos, you won't actually see that in the later difficulties. It's only available through casual and through standard. And then from there, when you go to insane, intense, and extreme difficulties, you won't have that capability there. So that's something to keep in mind. So the Recon class fits a couple of profiles of what you need just to make sure, if you don't know where the spawns are, that you're getting that intel continuously for yourself, but also for your team. So they know where everything is at continuously. So no one's rushing and doing some silly plays. Because on the intense abilities, if things start grappling you and everything else is jumping your team, it's pretty much KO and you end up losing. So you have to always watch out for that, but this helps out with that. And with the damage resistance that you get through ability through its raw benefits, it is crazy through pups. Alongside the drone just helping out through supportive capabilities, the perk of the passive being focused, you don't really see that as much being highly used or something that you're always going to try and go for. If it happens, it's like a happy accident every time. So it's not too bad. I think that's really good for that aspect. The Recon class seems to be a very fun class, and I feel like we should do some more playthroughs and possible live streams when we play this class on the higher difficulties. It shall be very, very fun. But mates, tell me your opinions and thoughts in the comment section down below. Do you like the Recon class? Do you hate it? Tell me in the comment section down below. I'd love to know. And as always, mates, it is a pleasure to have you guys on the channel as we go through this, and I'll catch you, mates, next time. Bye. Road to 100k subscribers. Let's get it, mates.